Yo, this your boy CEO Hockley. Real quick, man, today's episode is being sponsored by OGHollywoodspeaks.com. Yes, that's right. OGHollywoodspeaks.com has this fly gear, man. Savage Drive, man. He has this very fly gear, man. He's a former prisoner that changed his life, did 25 years after receiving a life sentence, got home, and he been home 10 years, man. He's been out, he's been free 10 years. He has his own clothing line called Savage Drive. It represents the kind of drive you need to have to make it to the top, the kind of drive you need to have to stay free, right? And as we talk about this prison topic, I want to highlight and show and give respects to those that have been to prison and that are doing the right things in today's society. Everybody go to OGHollywoodspeaks.com and get that Savage Drive. If you got the drive it takes to be successful, man, support him. Also, you can follow him on YouTube. You can follow him on all social medias at OGHollywoodspeaks.com. We appreciate the support here at CEO Talk, and we also like to support other black people doing something positive, man. Savage Drive, that is the clothing line. Get yours today. Salute.
Salute, 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 salute. Notice what he said. For those that doing something positive, go to www.com, OG Hollywood Speaks, and get that Savage Drive gear, right? Get that Savage Drive gear, man. Let's get that Savage Drive gear in, man, because you know what? It take a savage out here on this flatland. Like I always say, you have to have the drive to go to the next level, right? You have to have the drive to go to the next level. But I don't want you going to the next level like these people I'm about to talk about today, right? I'm about to talk about today some people that's going to the next level, right? Y'all see my camera kind of fucking up, man. So y'all understand how that go, man. It's technology, man. Sometimes we win, sometimes we win. However, I'm gonna bring this message across in 110 form. It's gonna be 110 form, man. So anyway, man, we all are familiar with the YSL trial, right? However, Atlanta, Fulton County Jail is on the map, man. It's on the map. It's been on the map ever since Thug been going through what he going through, man. Shout out Thug, man. Free young Thug, man. In my opinion, man, he's soon to be free, man. He's soon to be free, man, because guess what? All this motherfucking evidence that they say they got against him, in my opinion, is made up. It's made up, man. But nevertheless, man, it is on the map, man. Atlanta is on the map. Atlanta County Jail is on the map for several things, right? And I'm only here to talk about one of the things. Yeah, man, so y'all remember hit that like button, that subscribe button. You got to hit the like button and subscribe button on this one, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we know one thing, man. You are who you are no matter where you go. I don't care. You are who you are, you wherever you go, whether you're a male or a female. It don't matter. It don't matter. Some men go to jail and turn into women, but they was already there before they got there. Remember what I said? Atlanta is known for a lot of things, right? And one of those things I just said, they known for that. They known for the men being on the DL. You know, I'm just giving the ball, strike. However, all men that are in Atlanta are not like that. Now let's get to the women. The women. We know Atlanta is known for the #1 strip club, which is called Magic City. Magic City Strip Club, man. It's a lot of women go in and out of there, man. It's a lot of men go in and out of there. And it's a lot of bread being made at Magic City, right? And it's a lot of women, you know, they find their lane there, right? It's a lot of women find their lane in the county jail. Some say, what you talking about, Wood? Well, it's a lot of women that find their lane in the county jail, man. Because you know what? As you go through the county jail, man, you got all different type of variety of guys in there, man. It's like a potato chip package, right? You know, you got them all, man. You know, you got a diverse type of group in there, man. And when women go in there, man, it's like, hey, man, he this. Because jail is no different from the street, man. Especially if you in the streets and you into guys that's in the street. Well, what happened to guys in the street when they no longer in the street? They in jail. So it's a lot of women go, you know, to work in the jail and they intrigued with the guys in jail. So y'all know how they go from one thing to the next. And that's where it leads them. And for those that's laying eyes on this video, if you're a female, never say never until you get put in a position where you are around a variety of people, you're going to like somebody. Now, whether you move on it is on you. Remember what I said? Whether you move on it is on you. But the same guys you see in the street, when they no longer in the street, they in jail. And they possess the same potentials. Trust me, I used to be one of those guys that was in jail. And I possess the same potentials as the guys in jail. And every guy in jail is not lucky enough to participate in what they call the female game. Every guy not lucky enough. Some guys don't possess that skill. Some guys are gorillas in the game. And what I mean by that, they like to be aggressive. But in this game, when you're incarcerated and it's a female or two that's involved, you got to have finesse, gentlemen. You got to have finesse, because we know one thing. Every female that comes into a system ain't looking for that. Remember what I said? Every female that comes into those systems are not looking for that. So you have to know what you're doing, and you have to know what you're saying. You know, if you know what to say, a lot of times, man, you can get whatever you want inside of any institution, man. You know, it's kind of like painting a picture. You know, you have to be a Picasso in any system, man. You have to paint that picture perfect in order to win over a person's mind, right? Because that's where it started at. If you can win the people or the person's mind and have that person thinking about you after they punch out of that clock, you just won. And that's real. And I ain't gonna sit up and tell you no lie. It's 110 all the way across. And that person will bring you whatever you need to survive in that prison or in that jail. Been there, done that, right? Once again, don't look at this video and say, oh, that female is a low life, she did. No, that ain't the case. That ain't the case. Because you know what? I've seen it happen to the best of them, right? I've seen it happen to the best of them. I've even seen it happen to the warden before. Because when you're around people every day, all day, things start to happen. And we know one thing, every female ain't happy at home. So don't pretend like you happy and, don't do that. Whatever you do, don't do that. And it's the same way with men. When men work in women's prison, it's a variety of women that are in that prison. Excuse me. So anyway, like I said, I got a video to show you today, just to show you that things can happen and they will happen. So y'all remember to hit that like button and subscribe button as we watch this video, man.
A Fulton County Sheriff's Office official says this investigation started in May and more arrests are expected. But for now, 4 young women are residents of the jail where they worked until yesterday.
They work for strategic security. I can confirm that they have all been terminated.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says it turns out 4 security officers working for a contractor at the county jail were security problems. Records suggest Briasha Tate admitted using a book to hide phones.
Allegedly confessed to
smuggling in cell phones in a cutout inside a book?
Yes.
Now one might say that Fulton County Sheriff's Office is throwing the book at her. After a corruption investigation, we counted 10 criminal warrants naming her. Records indicate after she reported to work Tuesday, she was transported to the Jail Investigations Unit's office, and that Ms. Tate stated she had sexual intercourse with an inmate inside of the bathroom in the tower on floor 7 South on 3 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she brought a total of 6 cell phones inside of the jail and gave them to the inmate. That Ms. Tate stated she cut portions of the pages of the inside of a book and concealed the phones inside of the hole in the book. That Ms. Tate stated she brought strips, paper laced with chemicals used for smoking, inside of the jail on 2 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she received payments from the inmate via Cash App for the contraband items she brought in and gave to him, and that her Cash App payment summary from the inmate showed a total of $1,682.
We can't screen for integrity.
Natalie Ammons of the Sheriff's Office says terminated security officer Regina Harris faces 3 warrants related to a contraband cell phone provided to an inmate. Ms. Ammons says terminated security officer Lacuna Ballard is accused of sending explicit photos and videos to an inmate, plus a couple of conspiracy charges involving conversations about how to bring cigarettes and cell phones into the jail. And Ms. Ammons says terminated security officer Anisia Silas faces a conspiracy charge involving a phone charger and a charge involving giving an inmate unauthorized food, namely a chicken pot pie.
Okay. That's what got me, man. You put it all on the line for bringing a phone charger and a chicken pot pie. A chicken pot pie. But that's why I say, none of these people that's involved in these cases had the intentions of going in there doing what they did. However, when you surround yourself in an environment full of guys, and you got all these guys to choose from, and you got every day, all day, it's kind of hard to say never. And you can look at these individuals that's posted on the screen, they still look like they're in the streets. So even though they were contracted workers working for the jail, facility, that don't mean that they still wasn't street. And the old saying is this, and it's true. You can take a person out the street and give them a job, but a lot of times you can't take the street out of the people. And in this case, this is what happened. These women went to work at the Fulton County Jail facility, and they seen every kind of man in the world. So guess what they did? They picked and chose what they wanted to be involved with. As you can see, the first person was the one that gave up all the information. And a lot of times, it's all fun until the rabbit get the gun. Who was the rabbit? The law enforcement. When they get it, down goes Frazier, especially when these people have never been in trouble before. We know they're gonna play the whole CD, and that's what she did. The first female that got caught that confessed to everything that she did is the female that told it on these officers right here. However, how they got told on, it was from somebody that was in the jail facility that wasn't allowed to participate in this particular game. That's how all this investigation came about, and that's how these females got caught. It was somebody that wasn't allowed to participate in the game. So guess what they said? I'm gonna tell everything. Simple as that.
Yeah, a Fulton County Sheriff's Office official says this investigation started in May and more arrests are expected. But for now, 4 young women are residents of the jail where they worked until yesterday.
They work for strategic security. I can confirm that they have all been terminated.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says it turns out 4 security officers working for a contractor at the county jail were security problems.
I just wanted to show y'all those females again, those 4 females, man, and how it ended for them. They wound up in the Fulton County Jail where they worked at. And it wasn't because they turned themselves in, it was because of somebody else told it on them. whoever they didn't let participate in their game is the person that told it on them, right? So it is what it is, man. You got a lot of things going on in the Fulton County Jail, mainly in Atlanta area right now. So it's just not Woody in the YSL trial. You got other things going on, like people bringing in charges and a chicken pot pie. Anyway, man, I just thought I'd bring this to y'all, man, to let y'all know, man, to never say never, man. To never say never. In this life, you don't know what tomorrow will bring, man. Y'all remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button, man. Until next time, man, y'all stay up and y'all stay free. And never say never, man. Salute.
Yo, this your boy CEO Hockley. Real quick, man, today's episode is being sponsored by OGHollywoodspeaks.com. Yes, that's right. OGHollywoodspeaks.com has this fly gear, man. Savage Drive, man. He has this very fly gear, man. He's a former prisoner that changed his life, did 25 years after receiving a life sentence, got home, and he been home 10 years, man. He's been out, he's been free 10 years. He has his own clothing line called Savage Drive. It represents the kind of drive you need to have to make it to the top, the kind of drive you need to have to stay free, right? And as we talk about this prison topic, I want to highlight and show and give respects to those that have been to prison and that are doing the right things in today's society. Everybody go to OGHollywoodspeaks.com and get that Savage Drive. If you got the drive it takes to be successful, man, support him. Also, you can follow him on YouTube. You can follow him on all social medias at OGHollywoodspeaks.com. We appreciate the support here at CEO Talk, and we also like to support other black people doing something positive, man. Savage Drive, that is the clothing line. Get yours today. Salute.